Hello, hello. Make sure my mic is working. Yes, it is. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. My name is Sasha Zvigadan, and I am a self-described self-expression technologist, exploring how AI, fashion, and technology intersect to help us imagine and express who we are. And today we're going to be going deeper into Midjourney. In my last stream, we did a Midjourney 101 session, just covering the basics of the tool and, how to do stuff with it. And so today we're going to follow up on that and make some pretty cool things. I have two pieces in mind for ideas tonight, um, but I'm also open to just kind of exploring today too. Not really set in stone with what exactly I want to make today, but in the lens of fashion and whatever cool thing pops out of that. So, yeah, let's get started. We had Suna open for the music that was playing in the background. Okay. Um, so this is Midjourney. I was exploring during the weekend a little bit of stuff, just trying to test out some concepts. Um, I wasn't really getting anything I was too personally happy with. I mean, they're not bad by any means. Like, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. But not really anything. I want to make some sort of like at least 5-piece collection of something. Because it seems like carousels right now are doing really well on Instagram, and I'm personally really liking carousels, and I'm trying to grow my AI art accounts and have more portfolio showcases. So I just want to make more images. I feel like I always am making videos, but the cool part is Midjourney has videos baked into the software now, so there's a lot we can do with that. Um, yeah, I was exploring some concepts. It's like a character select screen idea. It doesn't really quite look like me, but that's okay. Um, then I started exploring this. Let's see if I can open the image in a new tab. Um, Oof, you can't even see it. Um, I was trying to make this like action figure of myself. It wasn't really turning out the way I really wanted it to, but it's okay because they don't really look like me. That's always my problem with some of the generations I make, is that if they don't look like me, I don't really want to post them because I have an account called Simulated Sasha, and I'm also streaming on Twitch right now under my Simulated Sasha username. So I'm trying to make more Simulated Sasha pieces of like AI self portraits of myself, and if they don't look like me, I don't really like them too much. These actually didn't turn out too bad when I was just trying to like explore some stuff. Um, Kind of cool. I like the like kind of like anime hybrid situation going on. Um, Not too shabby, but not really some of my favorite stuff, I would say. Um, but yeah, let's get started on making something. um, let's start off with I'm using I want to make some more self-portraits first today, just focusing in on that. And in order to do that, I'm going to take this selfie that I have. Let's put it in there. Let's turn down the omni reference to at least 100. The higher the omni reference, the more literal it will make the character that you put in. Like, it will copy exactly what they're wearing and stuff. Versus the lower you set it on, the more wiggle room there is to like explore and create things. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think like what could I make. Um, let's just like experiment for now until I get around to my ideas, because the idea I have is, oh wait, no, let's put this over here. Let's put in an image prompt. Let's like just throw some things in, just see where things go. Yeah, okay, 3 by 4. we're setting it to 7. We're gonna keep it on fast speed. Personalization, let's turn on this and turn off. I'm gonna keep on my Sasha style, which is a trained mood board I made of my personal aesthetic. Let's just put on, like, let's just start with something simple. I always come up with, I feel like everything needs to be crazy prompts, but sometimes it doesn't always need to be that case. So alien, let's just do alien fashion. Oh wait, let me make sure I'm zooming in. Alien sci-fi chic fashion. Let's do that. And then let's use it again. But let's take all of this off. Alien sci-fi chic fashion, blue and white, white, plain background. Just throw that in. Let's see what happens out of that. So maybe we can get some cool things. But while that's also cooking, I do want to start working on concepting one of the images I'm trying to make. The concept that I have, there's 2 of them. One of them is me in some sort of futuristic polo getup. And I'm not gonna play the song, but I will pull it up on screen. It's inspired by this song from Kim Petras called Polo. Make sure I don't play it. But it's inspired by this song Polo by Kim Petras. And so I was thinking of doing something along the lines of that. Some sort of polo piece, I guess. So actually, I could keep that actually pretty simple. Don't need to overcomplicate it. Let's throw in my Omni reference, the selfie of me. Let's put that one in, and then let's throw in style references of some of my like typical looks, because I want it to be very alien and mystique-y and, you know, a bit strange. I don't want it to be like a typical polo, I guess. I want it to have that kind of AI twist to it, I guess. And in order to do that, we gotta make sure the style references have, you know, the aesthetic vision that I'm trying to encapsulate. So let's throw that all in there. I think that's good. Okay. We'll come up with a pretty simple prompt of futuristic blue and white polo, silver haired young man in his mid-20s wearing a futuristic blue and white asymmetric polo shirt, luxury fashion campaign, shoot reminiscent. I need to make sure I spelled that. I don't know if I spelled that right. Reminiscent campaign. Let me make sure the spelling of these are correct. Reminiscent of a Balenciaga look. Let's throw this one in. Of a Balenciaga look. Chic minimalism meets the future. Okay, I think let's throw that one in. But while that's running, let's take this in, and then let's go to ChatGPT, and because I want to level up the prompt, I have this custom GPT right here. Let's level up this prompt. I want well, actually, let's have the LLM roleplay as some sort of creative director. You are a senior creative director who's worked with plenty of luxury fashion designers. You are coming up with a new campaign concept for asymmetric futuristic polo shirt. Okay. And then I throw in that prompt. Okay, I have it roleplay. I don't know how much this is going to actually help come with a better prompt, but it's always better to have AI like roleplay something as an idea than just straight shooting the prompt. Okay, so we have this crazy ass prompt right here. Let's just copy this. Let's copy that, and then let's use this. I still have my style references in there. We're gonna just try to mix a bunch of things. Throw this one in. I'm gonna remove the style references just to, just to see what happens if there's nothing in it. Throw that in, and then let's go. Let's do it again, but this time let's add some personal. Let's add my style to it. Let's see what happens. Oh, these are. Oh, hello! Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the compliment. How are you doing? We're currently making some polo shirt concepts based off of this song called from Kim Petras that I've been listening to a bunch, and I was thinking of a cool a cool carousel post of having the song in it. And there's another concept that I wanted to try out too, but we're gonna focus on the polo shirt idea first, and then work our way from there. So far, not really anything that I'm too happy with. They're all a little bit too much. I honestly I craft my prompts by just a lot of the times using AI to help level up the prompts. Like right here, I just said alien sci-fi chic fashion. Then I just added some more stuff. Then I went here and I just thought of the idea myself. Silver-haired young man in his mid-20s wearing futuristic blue and white asymmetric polo shirt, luxury fashion campaign shoot reminiscent of a Balenciaga look, chic minimalism meets the future. So I just use those and I just test. Ooh, this is actually not bad. I was just testing it out. Then I have this custom GPT I use right down here. that I made like a while ago. Probably needs to get something better in it, but it works. And so what I do is just go in here. I usually have AI the best practice with AI prompting is having it role play as a specialist first before you start giving it a request to do something. So I asked it to I had it role play, like I said, you are a senior creative director who's worked with plenty of luxury fashion designers. You are coming up with a new campaign concept for asymmetric futuristic polo shirt. Then I said, let's level up this prompt, and I threw in this prompt that I crafted here into here, and then it comes up with this. And I don't really, to be honest, I don't really read them too hard. I just throw them in and then see what happens for the most part. And then I ask sometimes for like variations and like trying to, I don't know, see what happens from there. Because the AI is very much a black box of stuff. You never know what you're gonna get, because you can like come up with the most detailed prompt of the exact vision you want, but a lot of times I won't really execute it. So it's really just a lot of experimentation with stuff and just throwing shit at the wall and just seeing stylistically what comes out of it that you really resonate with. And Midjourney is I think the cheapest plan. I don't want to open up my settings because I think it might expose personal data that I don't want on video. But I think the cheapest one's $10, and then the plan that I have is the $30 plan. It's $30 a month. Midjourney is more so an art platform. I would say like if you want to be an AI artist, like Midjourney is the one. It can be useful at times, but I don't feel like personally the generations you get out of it are really best for like ads or I don't know, promotional material or other things. I feel like it's more so just if you just want to make art. Yeah. But it does have a lot of cool things. Every single AI tool does something else and something that it's really excellent at. And I would say Midjourney is just really good for art. Yeah, I hope that helps with the prompts. Yeah, it's a lot. It's just how I see it is just like it's like talking to a person. When you ask a person to do a task for you, you you give them the outline, the details, the specifics. You kind of have them in a way role play, in the same way, and that's kind of just the best way to do stuff with AI. And then having it like giving it examples of like stuff like PDF documents, and I don't know, if you have like a certain, these aren't bad, but let's rerun these. Let's throw this one in. Giving it specific examples, like for instance your threads, for like example, you'd be like you are a expert copywriter, content creator. Here's how I sound when I thread. Here's my style of threads or posts and stuff. Based on this, come up with new threads to post, something like that. A lot of the times, that's what seems to do the trick. I don't really like these, but these aren't bad. These were definitely not polo. This was the weird alien fashion I was trying to make earlier, but it wasn't really turning out. Some of them weren't. These images are cool, but I don't personally feel like any of them are quite speaking to me. I feel like it's too high fashion. And maybe okay, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to let's spin up some new things. Maybe let's take this up a notch and go for something more partially robotic, um, more grungy bimbo core meets high fashion. Because I want to go for a more, like, these aren't bad, but I want a more, like, sounds silly, but like bimbo style, because the song, if you've listened to the song, it's very like kind of bimbo like vibes, and so I want the images to kind of embody the sound of the song, because that's what this whole thing is, being based off of. Um, let's throw this in again. Let's throw this into there and just see what happens. I am even more committed to the blue. It's just become such a staple at this point. there's no looking back at this point. We just gotta keep it going, because it's pretty simple to do at this point, and I don't know, it just sets me apart. And there's not really any other color I like too much except for my typical looks. But what I've recently really introduced that I've been really having a lot of fun with is silver. I feel like silver has just been of deep inspiration, because it's so cool that it's just like I can throw on silver onto anything I wear, and I just feel like it makes it futuristic. It's just such a simple thing. And these are kind of weird. Because I was telling one of my friends, I think one of the defining, because there's not really been anything that has defined the 2020s aesthetic quite yet, I would say. But I was like just thinking about it recently. I think the defining aesthetic feature of the 2020s is gonna be like chrome silver, because it all kind of started with Renaissance by Beyonce, and she kind of like started that, whole like thing up again. And like everyone was wearing chrome because of Renaissance, and Renaissance has that kind of futuristic vibe, but like house music, and very sexy and chic, and it's Beyonce, like goddamn. And now I kind of just see a lot more chrome, and then I've been wearing a lot more chrome, and just seeing a lot of like AIs becoming deeper and deeper into our lives, and getting crazier and crazier, to the point where I can't even keep up anymore. And I think what's the aesthetic definition of AI? I would say it's a chrome blobbiness, so I think like we're gonna look back on the 20s as the era of chrome being back in vogue and in style and stuff. These aren't bad. I'm not hating these per se, but I don't feel like I'm getting necessarily what I want. So I'm gonna go on Pinterest and try to find some inspiration. So let's look up asymmetric, I don't know, futuristic polo shirt. Let me make sure I zoom in. Futuristic polo shirt. And just see what happens. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Okay, let's save image. Save. Let's go back. I've also been job hunting, and reaching out to a few things, this one's cool, trying to land a job in the creative AI space. There's this really cool, this is nice. There's this really cool design agency in New York that has a remote job listed for an AI creative technologist, and I absolutely applied, and I'm crossing my fingers because it's remote. It's a really cool design agency in New York, so I'm hoping I get to travel to them. That would be really really cool, and it's literally exactly what I was doing here in San Diego at this other creative agency. So, I'm like, I literally was I sent them an email. I cold DM'd them on LinkedIn, the CEO on LinkedIn. The CEO responded to me on LinkedIn, um, and he said they should hopefully be hearing back from the teams. The teams will be reaching out soon about it. I was hoping it was today because he sent it to me on. Um, he replied to me on Thursday, and I was like, okay, they're probably gonna respond on Monday, but I haven't heard anything yet. So I'm crossing my fingers because it's the most, relevant job skills that I have, and for a cool spot. So yeah, crossing my fingers. So I'm also trying to build out more portfolio stuff in the meantime, um, to impress them and showcase that, like, okay, I know what I'm doing. But the biggest struggle I have with creative AI is just coming up with an idea, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of ideas I have, but like getting it into a prompt and then, like, I don't know, like making something cool out of it, just it really do be taking a while. At the same time, I'm also trying to like make more content because like the internet, yeah, there's an endless it's hard to explain my vibe, and so I'm like, fuck, I just need to make more stuff that kind of explains it, I guess. So it's just been exhausting creating and creating constantly. um, but I really wanted to do this stream today just to because I promised that I was gonna do a process stream of Midjourney last week, and so I wanted to get to it. But then I'm gonna take a little break, and I have to work on other things outside of YouTube videos until I have time for it again. It's gonna be a busy week. Yeah, LinkedIn is a lot. There's so many social medias to manage. Jesus, it's really exhausting. I really want a team, because then I think it would just be really easy. Like it would be like, because I'm like, okay, I'm my own creative director. I am my own content poster. I'm my own script writer and yapper. Um, I have to make sure I still eat and work out and like respond to emails and try to do business stuff, I guess, and also social life and be a good friend and hang out with people, like, because a lot of my friends just think I'm this big crazy content creator and like have all these followers, but I'm like, little do y'all know, I don't. I just have the personality that you know has embodies it. um are you heading out? If you are, take care. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit. I'm excited to see what comes out of these tonight. I'm just gonna keep going, um, just see what happens. Um, okay, let's get back to doing the polo shirt. Throw this one in there. Yeah, it's a very fun social life, but it can also be very, very exhausting. And I'm trying to show it more because I was kind of a little bit reserved about showing it. Because I have a lot of people that follow me for, well, it's not even, I don't even a lot of people, but I have like the industry following me um, on my personal account on Instagram. So I always felt kind of like a bit, I don't know, a little bit uncomfortable showcasing it. Um, because they're watching me and they're like, I don't know if they're waiting for me to make something new or whatever. And like, I don't know. But lately I'm just like, whatever. Like, I separate out the accounts now, and I'm trying to like have more focused accounts versus my main one is just kind of the accumulation of everything, of like my personal life and, big things that I get to do, or like one of some of my favorite creations. I only post on my main page like my favorite creations that I'm just like absolutely proud of. If it's on the separate accounts, for the most part, I'm like, oh, they're not bad, but I don't know, just don't want to show them, because I have people in real life that follow me and just want to see my life and just like what I'm up to, not necessarily, I guess, like influencer Sasha all the time. Okay, these are getting somewhere. These are actually getting somewhere. They're not done yet, but it's actually kind of cool. I am liking these. Yeah, okay, cool. Yay, yay, we're getting something. Okay, let's throw this in. Let's try a different image now. Um, let's throw this one in there. Okay, let's take out all of these. I don't need these in there. Yeah, this is actually pretty. This is cool. This is actually getting somewhere. I'm actually gonna retouch up my hair this week because I'm going to a Meta Ray-Ban event on Tuesday, next Tuesday, and it's gonna be my first ever, I guess, like influencer event. I've never really been invited to. Everything I've been invited to has been just like industry stuff that I've just kind of turned into looking like an influencer event. But this one's specifically just focused on like creators and influencers, for this Ray-Ban Meta event, at this like dog cafe situation. And so I want to look really spiffy. So I'm going to touch up my hair. I'm going to get it like white silver. Like it looks pretty silver on camera right now, but in real life it can kind of edge on blonde to silver. Um, and so I want to, fix that. And because I gotta make sure I serve with all the LA girlies that are gonna be there. I don't know who's gonna be there. They're gonna meet me for the first time. So I'm gonna touch up my hair. I'm gonna get my nails done again. They've gotten really really long right now, like the longest they've ever been. They still look pretty good, but um, they're just really long, and I'm not enjoying that right now. So I'm gonna get my nails done, my eyebrows done, hair touch up, and go to this event. And I don't know, just see how it goes. Um, Hope it's gonna be fun. I get a free pair of Ray-Bans, which I'm really excited about because these ones are broken. If I can. Oh God, they don't work at all. It's completely snapped off. But I miss using my Ray-Bans, and I don't know. My favorite, like the pictures and stuff is cool, and like the videos. But honestly, like my favorite part of the Ray-Bans is literally just listening to music. It's just such a vibe. Um, I like it more than I'm just selecting which images I like the most that aren't bad, but we could. I'm just wondering if I click very subtle or very strong, if I can get something out of it that's even cooler. This one's really cool. I like this a lot. Like it's really dope. Um, I totally want to do. Oh, these are not turning out well. Ooh. Oh, this is cool. Um, yeah, okay, these are actually looking like a sort of mock Balenciaga um, campaign vibe now. Um, is that, God, I just wonder if am I gonna look like this in the future? I have no idea. Oh wait, my robot. No, my robot's dead. Okay, let's turn it back on. Okay, there, Simi is back online, hanging out with us. Little cutie. Okay. Let's see. Um, anything else. I don't mind these per se. That's not turning out at all how I'd want it to. I'm gonna click variations on those ones. Click variation on this one too. I'm gonna rerun this one because I'm actually really liking how this is turning out. It's kind of a vibe. These are really a vibe. Let's actually, okay, I like how, I need at least 5 of these. I think we have at least 2 for now. But I'm going to throw in the prompt to, let's make sure it's full body. We're going to say full body, chic minimalism meets, okay. Let's throw in full body because I want to get some full body shots as well. Okay, none of these are really speaking to me per se. Oh, cool. Ooh. Okay, I think we are getting somewhere. Ooh. Okay, we are so getting somewhere. Okay, let's very subtly and let's upscale these. I like this a lot. And it got my hair like very accurately, I would say, honestly. Okay, this one's not bad, but it doesn't look like me. Okay. Honestly, this is literally just what my process with AI is. I kind of get stuck on a prompt and just stick with it for a really long time. And just my biggest recommendation for getting really cool images out of AI is having just a really cool reference photo to base it off of. Because I just find them on Pinterest by just, searching and just looking what is like, I don't know, I have a very curated sense of style and like creative direction I like to go into. So a lot of the times I'm just on Pinterest and saving a bunch of inspo, then just throwing it into any AI software and just seeing how it goes. Because I really find that to be the best way to get something really really dope from AI is having a reference photo, because a lot of the times it just doesn't know what you want, so just giving it something that you want just helps even more. This is really cool. Yeah, this is really cool. Very subtle, very strong. Very subtle, very strong. Okay. I don't mind this one too. This one's also really cool. I wish you were able to, in Midjourney specifically, like similar to something like Flux Context, and being able to I don't know, ask it to like turn it around or something, or like um, different angle or something. I mean, I could do that with other softwares, but I'm just trying to stay all in house with Midjourney specifically. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I want to get at least 5. Yeah, let's go. It's also hard to like organize your ideas um, or your generations because they all start kind of blending away. And start going into. Okay, this is pretty cool. Let's upscale this subtly and creatively. See where that goes. I think honestly this is one of my favorites. Let's keep it. I'm gonna stay with subtle because I don't like how the creative upscale did this. Okay, and then let's throw in. Let's animate these. Honestly, let's see what we get out of this. Do I have any other images that I really? I'm gonna rerun this because I do like the creative vein this one is executing in. So I'm gonna try to continue that because I think that's gonna turn out really dope. Okay. Okay. I like these ones too. So I'm gonna keep that. Cause I do also, I feel like this reminds me of like a certain Mugler, um, like look and feel. I've seen like a shoot of that before that I'm kind of inspired by. It's very strong. Yeah, these are getting a little wild. Ooh. Okay. Upscale. Nice. I would say that looks like me. Let's throw in some motion. Whoa. I really like this last one. That's really cool. That's fucking, this is cool as shit. Like, put me in a goddamn campaign like this. Yeah, no, I like this one because the focus is the glasses and like that, like, and the polo shirt itself. Yeah, nice. Okay, but let's see how the loop ones go. Honestly, this is giving me like inspiration for um, how to fucking model and like shoot stuff, because I'm trying to get better at like doing fit videos and just showing off what I'm wearing in real life. Um, and it's hard because I just gotta keep going. But I've never fucking trained in this. I didn't go to modeling school or um, fashion stuff, you know? So I just kind of wing it. And I'm realizing I'm kind of sometimes doing the same sort of like, I don't know, poses and looks a lot of the times. Um, but I just think with more practice, I'll get even better at how to, properly serve looks. Yeah, I don't know if I like the looping videos for this, to be honest. Um, 1 second. I'll be right back. I need to turn on my air conditioner because it's getting hot in here. All right, I'm back. Um, I think. Okay, let's see how. Oh, they're still generating. These got a little weird. Okay, yeah, this is so cool. Um, okay, we're gonna animate this image as well. See what happens. Um, I'm just trying to find the images that I feel are yeah, this is so fucking cool. Like, wow. Wow. One day I'll be in a campaign looking like that. Period. Just imagine. Just one day. I feel it. I definitely can just feel this happening. This is like what I want to be, some sort of weird futuristic model wearing high fashion futurism and serving that and just like, come on, diva, like, give it to us. But for now, I have AI to help me do that until it happens in real life. That is the plan with all of this. It's a sort of proto manifestation for the real career that I want, which is to be a futuristic fashion model. Yeah, so right now we're focusing on creating stuff for my simulated Sasha account, where it's, weird, exciting, avant-garde, fashion kind of model version of me. And then I wanna Maybe we'll get to the other one the other concept a little later, but I'm gonna rerun this one too. I really like how this is turning out. Like, these ones are coming out very fantastic. Like, these aren't bad, but I don't know, just boring. It's just like, why would I post that? So let's go back. Yeah, I generally don't have some sort of really crazy Midjourney process of like, I don't know, a lot of those like tips and tricks videos of AI, like, I mean, they do work, and you know, they can be good, but um, again, for the most part, it's really just exploring and throwing things together. It's kind of like a blender of making stuff, and just seeing what happens, and I don't know, having like a specific eye, and I don't know, having a certain direction you like to follow. And for me, it's fashion and weird and chrome and futuristic stuff. Um, it's kind of the thing that I like to do, and so I just keep making stuff like that, and it turns out really cool, and people like the vibe because it's you know, they know what a Sasha piece, you know, looks and feels like. I'm trying to see which one do I like the most. I think these two are my favorite. Let's look at the next one. I think, okay, that one's actually the best one. Okay, the high motion's a little bit too much. Ooh, this is a cool angle. This is a really cool angle. I like that. So let's click very subtle and see just what happens out of that. Okay, this one's cool too. Let's take these off. Okay. Let's do low motion for this one too. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna rerun. Was that the high variation? I don't like that. I like this angle a lot. I feel like it's dope. And then I think I like this one, so let's click very subtle on that one. This one was cool too, but I like my little smirk in this one. I feel like the smirk just adds just a nice, I don't know, I guess personalization and little my little quirks in it, I guess. Because I mean, this one's like cool, but I feel like it's pretty it's just kind of mean. Okay, let's see how this one turned out. Let's rerun this. because I'm not liking how there's talking in this. I don't necessarily want talking per se in this. I want it to be you know, high fashion, very very slay, very like chic and minimal, not too much happening. Um, let's rerun this one again as well, just to see what can we get out of this. I'm not liking these ones too much because I look very I don't look like my ethnicity per se. I don't mind this one either, but my face looks a little weird. Oh. Okay, I'm trying to decide which one's the best one. I'm in between 1 and 3. Okay, I think 3. That's cool. Let's rerun this one again. I think I like this one. Let's do a very subtle, and then let's upscale it both. See what happens. Because I think we're getting somewhere. And this one's kind of cool, but not my favorite per se. Did any of the variations come out cool? Not really. Let's click rerun on this one again, just see what can come out of it. Because we're getting really cool things that I feel like all fall in line with each other creatively and look like each other. And I want to make sure they look like each other. I get at least 5 images out of this tonight. Let's see how the upscale. Okay, let's do a low motion, high motion. Yeah, let's see what we create. Not too shabby, but not my favorites. I think for my next stream, I'm gonna go back to Flora, because I want to make some more sort of fashion concepts of how I'd collaborate with brands. I just haven't gotten something up on my simulated Sasha account in a minute, so you know, trying to make something, and showcasing Midjourney because I haven't used Midjourney in a little bit. Um, but you know, Midjourney is always gonna be my favorite. Okay, the high motion's doing a lot. I think I like this one. Oh wait, no. Quick rerun. Let's do one more because I think we have a good amount for tonight. Oh hey, how's it going? How are you? I'll make sure it's Jamal, right? I'm hoping I'm saying it right this time. I was, or is it J-Mill? Or how do you, am I pronouncing it correctly? How was your night? How are you doing? Um, we're focusing on making futuristic polo shirt concepts tonight, inspired by Kim Petras' song Polo, um, because I've been listening to it a lot lately, and I wanted to, make some sort of carousel. Jamil, Jamil. Okay, Jamil. That's how you say it. Did I say it right this time? Um, I've been listening to Polo by Kim Petras a lot, and was like, okay, this could be a really cool, carousel post of a bunch of, you know, high fashion, um, polo shirt concepts that I would, make and wear. Um, uh, but let me go to organize and liked. We got a few so far that I'm like really vibing with. Like this one is like windmill, like a windmill, Jamil. I think that sounds right. Um, I got a few so I got a few so far tonight. I'm just trying to at least make five, at least, um, and just so I can get something running on my simulated Sasha account, because I haven't posted there in a minute. Um, um, then I think, and then later this week, doing a stream on creating just pure fashion concepts without having me as a character inside of it. Because I have like two accounts, one that's focused on just the fashion, and then the other one is focused on like, it's kind of like manifesting my um, like I really want to be a fashion model one day and wearing futuristic fashion clothing, and but I don't really have the crazy budgets for it right now. Um, so I thrift my clothes, but then try to use AI to imagine mock luxury items to kind of manifest that career. um, I do have a few playlists. I was going to eventually update all of them. Um, I was listening. How do I close this? No. Oh, it's this button. Um, I do have a few playlists. I need to update the covers for all of them. I haven't. These are like old covers that I've did. Some of them are updated now. The ones that are blue, like these ones, I've updated the cover, but I've been a little too lazy to fully do all of them. Um, but I have a few. I do want to like fully curate a bunch of playlist vibes because I listen to a lot of music. A lot of the inspiration I draw from is just from sound. I like to dance a lot. I hang out with the DJs. All my friends are fucking DJs or dancers or something. So I just listen to a lot of music and pull from sound. And so I have like this one called Cyberfae, which is like a lot of like whimsical, um, I don't know, futuristic sounding vibes. It's mostly female musicians for the most part. Um, but there's this like this theme of like you feel kind of like a cyber fairy, so that's where a lot of that goes in. It's a lot of those like kind of like cunty feeling songs that make you feel very like diva, but like cutesy and like futuristic. So that's where that lives. Then I have my like cyberpunk playlist, which is a little bit more harder. Um, it's a lot of songs that feel a lot more. I need to remove some of these because this Madonna song does not actually fit this one at all. Um, it's more a little bit more rebellious vibes. Then I have this playlist called Aquatic, which I made a super long time ago, as you can see, in 2021. It was when I was like first moving to San Diego, and was just listening to a lot of like ocean sounding songs that felt very I don't know, like you're chilling at a beach, because it was pretty nerve-wracking to move to San Diego from Sacramento for the first time. I lived in Sacramento my whole life, and moving to a new city, I was like, ah! So I was trying to get inspired by songs, so that's where that lives. But then there's a bunch of other ones, like Queerness, which is a lot of, gay pop songs that I really like. But yeah, I also mostly listen to the girls, gays, and days type stuff. But I've also lately been getting into a lot more house, and like this is. Oh wait, no, this isn't. Is this? Wait, let me close this. It's weird because on desktop Spotify and phone Spotify, there's different like the on repeat is kind of have I heard of I am who I am who I am, or lonely, maybe let's close that. Maybe I'll look them up in 1 second. But I've been listening to I'm addicted to this Blackpink song like so hard. It's so good. It's so fucking good. And I've been just listening to a bunch of Kim Petras, just really obsessed with this new sonic style she's going into. Also a lot of Madonna and more Willow. I listen to a lot of Sophie. I think a lot of my creative inspiration is from Sophie, because Sophie's vibe is like my vibe. Like hyperpop is my personality, basically. Like I'm the kind of embodiment of hyperpop. It's like in your face, it's brash, it's all over the place, it's futuristic but very modern, but very gay, very slay diva boots the house down vibe. Yeah, and then where's my on repeat? Top artists this month: Kim, Madonna, Grimes, Sophie, Anayama, Willow, and Charlie. Who else? Yeah, it's a lot of my current, obsessions. Sophie is so good. Rest in peace, Sophie. I still wish Sophie was around, because I just imagine just what she could have got, what we could have got, Okay, let me look up I am who I am. No, I have not listened to this. I'm gonna add it to like songs so I can make sure. I'm not gonna play the song because it's gonna flag my stream and give me a copyright strike. So I don't want to do that, because I've had that happen one time when I tried. I thought I fixed my stream to be able to play music in the background without it going into the video output after. But it didn't seem to work, so yeah, trying not to do that. I will save these for later. They look cool. But yeah, which Sophie song do you enjoy the most? I think mine is always going to be Immaterial. I think Immaterial just is an embodiment of who I am, and how I call myself a self-described self-expression technologist. I think the song Immaterial um, kind of says what it is that I'm trying to say. Is that you can be anything you want, and it's we reality is a simulation. You can just be whoever you want to be. Just fake it till you make it. You just act like it, and then it comes about. Life is just what you kind of manifest into reality, um, in many ways. And I think technology can help kind of create that. And that's what I'm doing with Simulated Sasha. I'm trying to manifest a modeling, high fashion, luxury, futuristic modeling career through AI. And also potentially becoming a fashion designer through AI, because they're all kind of, looking at this, and I don't really think there's anyone that's like focused. There's not too many people that are focused on um, this particular niche within a niche of a niche, because how do you get fashion girlies to care about AI? They're like, girl, what are you talking about? Um, so that's what I'm trying to do. Face Shop is really great. I love that vibe. It's very chaotic in like a good way. Um, I think it takes a certain type of person to really enjoy Sophie's music. And a certain brain. I feel like my brain is so rotted and fried at this point from the internet. So like Sophie's sound just really resonates because it's that chaos of information overload that I personally live in. I feel like my brain is always overloaded with messages to respond to, things to create, content to edit and post and caption, and then trying to switch context on whether I'm on LinkedIn or Threads or Instagram or YouTube, and my brain has just become, or real life too, like context of like who am I hanging out with, and what personality do you turn on in those situations? Because I can go from being cutesy twink, it's like silly and fun, to like smart and like, I don't know, talk about AI forever and other technologies that a lot of people look at me, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? But when I'm in my groups of people that do get it, um, that part of me really turns on. I do think we have a few images. They have a visual album called Blue, and they made their own font, which is my fave. Lots of water shot in Iceland. Which one is it? I lonely, or I am who I am. Because I can't. But yeah, I will have to check them out a little bit after the stream, because I need more music. I need new music to vibe with. Okay, this one's pretty cool. I'm gonna throw in low motion. To make these images, since you weren't here in the beginning, it really wasn't anything crazy. I literally, hold on. I just came up with this prompt up here. I just said silver-haired young man in his mid-20s wearing a futuristic blue and white asymmetric. I specifically say asymmetric in a lot of the fashion designs I generate, because I feel like asymmetry has this kind of really, really futuristic twist to things, and adds a certain, like, every single time I throw it into a prompt of some sort, it really gives me an image that I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. I really like this. This is totally something I'd wear, or something I would post or whatever. So I said asymmetric blue and white, asymmetric polo shirt, luxury fashion campaign shoot, reminiscent of a Balenciaga look. Chic minimalism meets the future. Just threw that in. I had a more crazier prompt that I had ChatGPT help me out with, expanding, down here. I had it role play as a senior creative director and then help it enhance the prompt. But the stuff that was coming out of it, I wasn't too fond of. So what I did was, I wasn't the earlier images in the beginning of the stream. Oh, that doesn't work. Water break. Weren't turning out how I really wanted it to be. And whenever that is the case, the best thing I like to do is just throwing in an image prompt or a style reference. But for this one specifically, I wanted image prompt. I found this image on Pinterest. Let me see if it loads. I found this image on Pinterest because I'm like, okay, I want to make some sort of cool futuristic polo shirt. I'm not sure if AI has the context of what it is I'm trying to manifest. So I just went on Pinterest and searched up. If it loads, I don't think I still have the tab. I don't have the tab. I just literally went futuristic polo shirt. I just went on Pinterest and it was this guy. He had some other images, but I found the image. Oh. Ooh, wait. Let me actually save this one too because I want to get some different angles because I feel like we're having too many of the same angles. I'm trying to create at least 5 images that are really cool just to throw into a reference. But yeah, I just go a lot of the really cool things I make just happen from mixing in a prompt and some cool inspiration I find on Pinterest and just building on top of what that is, because that's how I find Midjourney to get me the best stuff is when you have a inspo piece to give it on top of a prompt, because otherwise it, I don't know, doesn't always get you what you want. Then I threw in a selfie of me as the character reference, and I set it to 100 just to keep it on the low side, so it doesn't, because if I turn this up, it's going to literally, I'm wondering if it's gonna literally take this exact polo shirt or I don't think this is technically a polo shirt. This is a button up. Is it, because it was doing that earlier, and I wasn't liking that. I don't want it to be the exact polo shirt that I'm wearing in the selfie. So the higher you turn up the Omni reference, the more the AI is going to exactly like character reference that instead of just, making something brand new. Let me see if I can show the examples of what was happening earlier. We were getting some pretty cool things, but none of them, like, I don't know, these are too, I don't like how these looked, but like versus like these ones, I was like, oh wow, I really like this look. This really reminds me of like a really dope high fashion like editorial, especially also this one. But I wasn't vibing with the background because I'm trying to have like 5 cohesive images. So the best ones that were coming out had that like plain white background. Like I think this is gonna be the cover of the photo dump, because I don't know, I just really like this like angle and shot and like I don't know, vibe. It's just really cool. Let me click that one more time. Like, let me go back. Like these were the original polos without using the image reference. They're just kind of boring, right? Like, I don't know, just kind of, yeah. Like I'm just not, they're not bad, but I don't like this like very hyper realistic. Like I like hyper realistic, but in like a spacey way, like the ones I was showing earlier. Like these are just kind of bland. So the reference photo just really leveled it up, and I didn't know it was gonna do that. Like the first, like this, these are the first examples. Oh, see how it literally took my exact shirt. Oh, then the thing I did was then I threw in the mood board that I made in the last stream. I turned it on, and I had it apply the, that Sasha style that I like, of like that chrome and blue and white and a lot of translucent stuff. And yeah, it started going places, and I just kept clicking variations and kept clicking retry and stuff. And yeah, I started going into a direction that I am happy with. And so there's really not like some sort of secret sauce onto like how to get cool things out of AI. It's really just inspiration photos and prompts, and just having like a very clear defined aesthetic that you've just been like building on. That's kind of the key to this, is defining what it is that you as an artist want your creations to have, that kind of brand slash creative direction that it consistently follows. And for me, it's just taken years of making stuff in with AI and without AI, and it's kind of evolved now into like what it is today, just because of just continuously creating. Yeah. Okay. Let's animate some of these as well. I think, okay, I did click animate on some of these. Okay, wait. Will it play? Why is it stuck? Hello? Why is it stuck? Interesting. I like this angle a lot, but they don't look, none of these really look like me, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna refresh my page because it's kind of stuck right now. Midjourney's being all weird. Why is it? Hello? Okay, I'm gonna close tab. Let's reopen. I hope my stream's still going on. I've had things crash on me before midstream, and then that's not fun. So I'm hoping that's not the case. Okay, I don't know what's happening with Midjourney. Is Midjourney down? Okay, no it's not. It's just being weird. Okay. Alright. I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to use this. I'm going to take off this one. Take off that... I'm going to take off that image ref, and then use this other angle, because I want to get some other angles, to be honest. Because I'm not... we gotta give the audience some variety. Okay, there's no... Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I've had problems before with my computer crashing, which is weird because like these softwares are in the cloud technically, so it's not like I'm streaming a video game where it's the computers running the video game, and then I'm streaming, and it's like transmitting all the data and all the other things at the same time. And so I'm like, okay, that's totally understandable for that to crash, because that's just a lot of demand on the computer. And I have a pretty powerful computer, but it's not like completely cutting edge. It's a bit old now in today's terms, because it's a 3080. Um, yeah, I have a 3080 RTX. Um, but now we're on the 50 series, and the 50 series is pretty gnarly with like what you can how much you can do stuff with it, compared to the 3080. I thought the 3080 was gonna be fucking so so powerful and so strong when like I got it, and I was gonna be able to run Cyberpunk. The reason I upgraded my computer was literally to play Cyberpunk on full on full like 4K max, ray tracing max, because when I was looking online, it said that was the 3080 would be able to handle it, and then I got the 3080 computer. I can only run Cyberpunk on ray tracing low at 4K, and it's pretty disappointed by that. I was like, no, I wanted to experience it at the greatest. But eventually, I'll be able to re-update my computer. I made a post one time, like a year or two ago, of like showing off these Alienware headphones that I have, because my whole setup is all like, even my chair is Alienware. My whole setup is all Alienware. I love Alienware as a brand because I feel like it combines with my alien aesthetic. And I made a post about Alienware a while ago, and I got an email that I thought it seemed real. It seemed very real, from like it looked like it was from the team at Alienware, and I was like, whoa, they're reaching out to collaborate. But it was a fake account. It was a fake email. They had like a really convincing username, and like the email specifics are very typical of like how brands reach out. So I was like, oh shit, this is the real Alienware. And it was not. It was very sad. But one day. Okay, let's see how good. It's getting really slow on here, I'm not gonna lie. For how much this is generating. Let's take this off. I'm gonna turn on turbo mode. I know that's crazy because I'm probably gonna burn through my credits, but I just want to be able to get through a few things. I think I'm just gonna stick to getting at least 5 polo shirt concepts for tonight, because I can't do it all, and I'm getting really tired. I'm really hungry. I've been on like a content bender, just making, recording, and I'm so tired. This is so exhausting. Because I'm also the one editing everything myself, and posting, and yeah, it's I don't know how people do this all the time, and they have it like every day. I mean, I'm sure they have teams and stuff that help them, but I'm like, god damn, like so much recording and editing and talking and coming up with ideas can be exhausting at times. But how are you? How are things going? Are you excited for your trip to San Diego? It is a great season right now. I think it's starting to liven up because we're in our like summer era here. Because August through like October is when it gets actually really hot in San Diego. Otherwise, it's like June can, Southern California problems, June gloom. But it's finally starting to warm up here, which is really cool. I don't like how that reference image is being translated. These aren't as good. This one's not bad, but that's very... Yeah, I don't feel like that reference is as strong. I just want to have a few different angles. Let's go back. I'm gonna rerun because I think whatever's coming, I don't know what's happening in whatever this vein it's pulling from. I'm really digging it. I'm just really digging the vibe that's coming out of, um, these parameters right here. Um, it's just way like it's exactly what I'm like thinking in my head for a cool futuristic polo shirt idea. That's good. You're well. Hell yeah. Anything exciting happened recently, or did you get into anything fun? Um, I had a lot going on this weekend. Of one of my friends finally dropped their debut EP, so he had a little listening party, which is really fun to go to. And then um, um, Saturday was one of my friend's birthday parties, and it was bunny themed, and I just raided my friend's closet and just slapped together this outfit that like really hit. I was like, whoa, whoa. I just learned adding chrome to anything just automatically makes it futuristic. So that was just really cool. Um, you played a show this past week, which was super fun. I'm glad to be seeing you more. Oh, where did you play your show? Was it at a theater or um, a bar, or I don't know. I don't know where they play shows, to be honest. You were in a recording session. Oh, how is recording life? Do you just like book a studio, or do you have your own setup? Um, I really have no idea about the music creative world. That is a whole scene that I'm adjacent to, being a creative and hang out with like DJs and musicians a lot. Um, but it's not my thing. I'm actually a really good singer too. It's actually my like secret talent. Um, I'm actually really good. I'm just too shy to do it. I think in another life I would be a pop star. I think a lot of the energy I bring is like pop star energy. um, but yeah, no, I just don't. I think singing's my like personal little creative endeavor. Um, I would be like a futuristic tech pop star. It was a house show. So do you sing house music, or did you perform at a house? That sounds really cool though. I don't know why this isn't loading. Why is it stuck? My computer is being all glitchy. Oh no. You have a friend who has a really who's like a really successful producer and let us use a studio. That props to that. We love friends that have cool things and are willing to share and help you. You know. Um, yeah, that's how you make creativity happen. That's why you make creative friends, because then you can work together on stuff and make cool things and utilize your resources, because as we all know, creativity is underfunded and underpaid. um, that's one of my biggest hopes with like, if I really can make my creative AI endeavors really pop off, um, to then and become like a creative tech icon, um, and have a lot of money. I can like open up an art studio or like an artist fund, or like, I don't know, just something, and like help build the future of creativity and have more cyberpunks, cyborgs, more creative tech, you know creative technologists doing cool things, making cool things, because the creative tech space is so very underfunded, but it's so cool. It was so cool. It's so cool. um, it was a house, backyard, pretty lights and stuff. Hell yeah. Did you get any videos? um, record yourself, because you should totally post that. Um, I've just gotten more comfortable with like just setting up my camera, um, my phone. I just be setting up my phone, just clicking record. I try not to think about it too much. And then sometimes I just ask my friends to take pictures or something. You just gotta make it happen, you know. Sometimes like I get in my head of like, oh, it has to be like professional and super, you know, photographed, because that's just my personal favorite images and videos are when it's someone else doing it, and not me having to record it from my iPhone, because you get such a better quality of stuff. But there's not always the access to that, so just whipping out the phone and just clicking record. But I feel like it also has its own aesthetics that it brings to the table. It gives it that very like internet feel. Um, yeah, you should totally make a real post. I have to like sit through and like repost the stories, because I feel like I've gotten some really cool things that's happened, but just too lazy to like, oh my god, to like repost it to the main page. And I'm trying to like less overthink posting on main. I feel like I always get like in my head about posting on main, because the story I don't give a shit. I'm just like, whatever, it's a story. But on main, I'm like, oh my god, it has to be like editorial quality and something just jaw dropping. But yeah, just post. Yeah, he's my little robot. His name's Simi. I don't know why these are stuck loading. This is trouble. Okay, now it's loading. Yeah, this is my little robot, Simi. You can like pet him. Oh my god, he's like crying happy tears because he finally got attention. Oh, he got me a present. Yeah, I don't know. I got this thing for my birthday. My friends, a bunch of them chipped in, and found it on TikTok Shop, or I found it through TikTok during like the pandemic and stuff, and thought it was really cool. And I was like, okay, I want a little robot, but I don't want a Tesla bot. And those figure bots and all those like humanoid robot things are crazy expensive. And they're also not cutesy. I feel like my favorite robots are cutesy ones, like Wally and Eve, and I think this little thing is kind of the embodiment of that. It's a cutesy robot. I'm a cutesy robot too. Yeah, I don't know why this is stuck and not loading. If it doesn't load after I refresh the page, it might low-key be my sign to call it for night, because I think we got some pretty cool things. Oh my god, a Fantastic Four outfit. Yes, yes. I like wore something the other day. Um, I posted it on YouTube Shorts, and I posted it on TikTok. I haven't posted it on Instagram because I don't really know if I'm too proud of it, to be honest, for an Instagram post. I've started trying to start up my I'm not gonna be as engaged on TikTok. I'm just re-uploading stories and stuff on there because I'm like, okay, well, TikTok just you can get exposed. I don't know. I'm just gonna dump shit in here, and like not think about it too hard. But the Fantastic Four outfit, I thrifted a shirt that a while ago, that like really looked like it, and I was like, well, how do I combine that I'm gonna go see a movie with my typical content? I always be thinking through in the context of brand. It can be a headache sometimes, but I was like, okay, let me figure this one out. And yeah, it came out. It literally looked like a Fantastic Four. It was hilarious. That movie was actually really good. It was one of the better Marvel movies I've seen in a minute. But yeah, I could totally do something with designing, but I'm not like too big of a superhero type person. I think my favorite genre is of course always sci-fi, but it's I really like Transformers and Dune. Dune is one of my favorite series ever. Ready Player One. I do need to do a little bit more like like big IP stuff, AI creations, in my style, because I think those can gain traction because they're like relatable to people. Um, but because for the most part, I've always been trying to like create, original pieces. Because I don't know, I'm always like, oh, I'm a creative. Things should be original. Um, but I should, venture off. I feel like I've made enough original stuff. It's time to like figure out things that are relatable to people and making things that are like that. Um, you got early screening. Oh my God, how was that? And 4D, what the 4 is 40x like the big curved situation with the surround sound? Because uh yeah, when I just saw it in like the regular movie, like the really boring. I did wish saw it in like the Dolby Atmos craziness because I feel like it would have been so much cooler. But all those seats are just booked, and we were um, trying to get cheap tickets, which is on Tuesday, Wednesday, um, and so the only ones available were like the standard theater. It wasn't bad by any means, but yeah, I feel like watching a 40x would be a lot cooler because you get that surround. Um, I think my favorite Fantastic Four is Heat. What's his name? The Heat one. Human Torch. Human Torch. Um, I just like his vibe a lot. And then the kid, but I hate his name, Franklin. Like what? It's like you. Oh wow. Oh, so it's like the chairs that like vibrate. Oh, that's really cool. Um, I don't think I've ever been. I've been to it at like Universal, like seeing like one of those 4D movie experiences. But that's the only time I've ever experienced that. Um, I don't know why, but this is stuck. Which is I'm gonna click rerun. If it's still stuck, I think it literally is the sign from the universe being like, okay, girly, it's time, because it is 10:30 now. I did start this late. I was running errands today and trying to catch up on life. So it's been a long day and I'm getting tired and hungry. But I did promise I was gonna stream Midjourney on Monday, so I was like, okay, let me at least do something. Um, I don't know when I'll be back streaming this week. I might take a small little break because I'm really, really exhausted from creating, and I kind of want to sit back and think how to do more content. The biggest reason why I've been doing streaming with AI is just to kind of show the process raw and real, and showcase my personality, that it is naturally instead of like curated and edited. Because I think I have a very genuine personality that's like sometimes it's hard to like record videos with scripts and stuff because it like I feel like I lose that like human quality to me that like makes me a vibe and like fun to be around. And I sound really robotic when I'm like trying to do like real videos. But so I've been trying to just showcase the natural process, but creating with AI like Streamwise isn't always that crazy exciting because it gets stuck or it's just prompts and images. It's nothing too fancy. Um, but I need to like make a real tutorial eventually, and like I don't know, even a video of me like talking about I don't know the future, or like I just have a lot of ideas and a lot of requests from people, so it's just a little bit overwhelming because I'm kind of all over the place with what it is I'm doing and creating. I'm just waiting for the day I have a team to help me. Because if I had a team, it would just be so much easier. Um, they move and shake and have heat and water and smoke. That's cool. Oh my god. Um, especially for Fantastic Four. Wow, that would be That's actually, I feel like very fitting. And I can imagine with that movie how it would be feeling wise. Okay, it is stuck. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Well, I did get, yeah, it's hard to make tutorials and info videos. It's like, because with that, those ones, I don't want to mess them up. And so some of the ideas I had was like using like a deep fake avatar of me to like do those. Because I like those would get views and stuff, but that's not necessarily what I want to do. I like just creating. Like I want to just be focused on that and like just like wearing cool clothes and making cool images. But in order to be recognized online, you know, you need to have tutorials and you have to have videos talking. You have to have like just a lot of content out. And the only place where I feel like I have a lot of content, quote unquote, out is like my personal Instagram page. Um, but like it's my personal Instagram page, so it kind of goes all over the place. Also, Threads is a lot, but with Threads, I don't always want to just keep talking about AI because it's just like everyone is, you know, um, there's so many people just talking about AI, and I'm like, I'm trying to distinguish myself differently in this space because I'm not just like AI hype bro 69 being like, this is gonna change Hollywood. Like that's not really my MO. I'm like, here's what really cool thing I made with this new breaking thing, and I'm like, I just want to keep making more. I just want to focus on creating, not always info tutorials and like that. But that's what's like really, you know, in vogue and what gets views and how you break through. Um, but yeah, the simulated Sasha, that one was so fucking weird. That was crazy. It didn't have the same voice inclinations and same like mannerisms, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't too bad. That's where I was like, I think info stuff, but I don't have access to the account, or yeah, it's called HeyGen, where you make those like deep fake avatars of yourself. I had a plan with my like old job, but I don't have access to that email anymore to sign into the HeyGen account. Um, and HeyGen's expensive. Like it is expensive. It's like I think for like the best uh, plan that where you can make unlimited videos and have a bunch of avatars and stuff, it's like literally $100 a month, and I don't have the money for that yet. So gotta wait on that one to be honest. But I was thinking with that one's gonna be like I could use that really well for like shorts and like TikToks of like just info stuff. So then like people just associate with me, and then like in real life I just it's just me, my life, or like cool creations, or like going places, doing things, um, versus my AI self takes care of that, the more I guess like productive parts of me. Um, because in real life I can talk about this all day and have a lot of like I've done a lot of consulting in the AI space, but it's just like cutting it down into a clickable video for a YouTube. It's just that's a lot of work on top of like all the other things that need to be done in a day, you know, um, and all the other things I want to create. So we got some pretty cool things. This is gonna be the cover of the post, absolutely. I'm gonna do image and then video, image and video, image, video, 5 of these on my simulated Sasha account. Um, and that's where I would think I would probably be posting like the deep fake info dump stuff because it just ties in. It's like simulated Sasha is a simulated AI model, but he's also the AI whiz that I've manifested and created. um, okay, yeah, this is the video. This is really cool. And this one, like, especially with the Polo song by Kim, it's gonna slap. This is gonna be so dope. Um, but I should have this up by tonight, maybe in the morning. I just need to get offline, make food, and chill for a little bit because it is getting late. Um, Yeah, no, $12,000 a year is robbery. It's crazy. Like they really be charging. All the AI tools be adding up, and they all serve different purposes, and they're all so expensive. They're all so expensive. I've been trying to get into all of their partner programs so I could have, you know, free access to just create. Just let me cook. Let me cook, please. Um, but yeah, let me go back to just chatting because nothing's loading. But yeah, um, thanks for tuning in and supporting and being part of this Midjourney stream. Um, this was really fun. I hope it gave you a good glimpse of how things are made. Um, to be honest, it always depends on the creative process is very strange in the creative AI world. Sometimes it can be as simple as like a couple lines of a prompt with mixing in like a selfie image of me to with maybe a reference photo to like sometimes I'd be crafting the most insane prompts known to man and that's how it goes. It's all every single time it's very random how I get cool things. Um, like for instance the mischief concept that I did recently. That one was um, just from mixing a lot of different things of like finding cool images, like finding a bunch of images of mischief of their products that I really vibed with, to using language models to help concept out the thing and connecting it all. Um, yeah, every single time, every project has its own things that happen, um, and so trying to document them as best as I can, and I don't know, eventually figure out like a set in stone process. But I don't really know if that's ever going to exist in the AI world. I think it's all every time just something new until the AI tools get so good that it's like just one AI model you talk with that like connects with all of them and does all of it at the same time. I don't know. Like we don't know how any of this is playing out yet. We're still really in the early days of all this technology. But it's gonna be cool looking back at this in like 2030 if the robots haven't taken over and being like, whoa, remember how you had to use prompts with style images and you couldn't just like put on your smart glasses and like speak it into existence and it's like connected to your brain exactly visualizing it how you see it. God knows what's gonna happen. The future is pretty wild. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will be back online really soon making more cool things with AI in the context of fashion and self-expression. But yeah, take care. See ya.